Hello and welcome to FiveJay Gaming. I'm FiveJay and today we're going to play some Super Mario 3D Land. I love this game. It's a great game. My Switch is down at the moment. I have an upgrade happening on the SD card. So I had a 256 gigabyte card and I've pretty well filled that baby up. And so they had a recent sale on 400 gigabyte memory cards. So for like $60, I was able to get one of those, and I think that was less than I paid for the 256 gigabyte card. So I figured it was a good deal. I grabbed it. It's here, but it takes a lot of time. I had to format the 400 gigabyte card. That took hours. I had to copy down the data from the 256 gigabyte card. That took hours. And now it's going to take a few more hours to copy up the data from my computer onto the newly formatted card. Whew. So, Switch down, playing some 3DS. That's what I got to say about that. We got a few folks here already. Let's take a look. We've got Parker the Gamer Guy, Chris Redfield, who was nice in letting me know that he had changed his name recently from Rayman Legends. Thanks to Chris for doing that. Luigi Guy on Periscope, Splatacake on Twitch, Zach Nealand. Welcome, guys. Thanks for watching. Ooh, Splatacake wants to know the sale. Well, let's see if it's still going. So, it was on Amazon. Oops, I need to type in the search bar of Amazon now. Oh, that was the one. It's first suggestion when I type in 400. Okay. It is not as low as it was before, but this one's $80. I mean, that's not bad. Gotta make sure you don't buy a garbage brand. So there's ones that are like rip-offs. They're ones that look like they're Samsung brand or SanDisk brand, but they're called Fotgon and Putin. I wouldn't get those ones. Those are sure to be rip-offs. Don't get those. Get ones with brand names that you know or recognize or has lots of good reviews. SanDisk, Samsung, these are good, you know. Don't go out and get the knockoff. Yadok. Yadok. Don't get that one. Don't get that one. So that might have ended, unfortunately, but $80 isn't a bad price. Looks like a 200 gigabyte card is $36. So yeah, just check out Amazon. That's where I found it in the first place, but anyways. Looks like Simon just jumped in. What's up, Simon? How's it going, dude? Luigi guy was just playing some Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, such a great game. Such a great game. I am going to turn up my backlight because it is very dark right now. On a 1. Did any of you play 3DS on 1 brightness? Yeah, me neither. Zach says, sup, Jay, how are you and the girls doing? And when you get your Switch back, could you try out the game Desert Child? Actually, it says Dessert Child, if possible. We're doing well. Thank you for asking. Is it a free game? I mean, if it doesn't have a demo, how can I try this game out without having to spend money on it? I'm on a reduced budget right now, so I really have to watch where my gaming dollars go, make sure it's on the stuff I really, really want to do, you know? Simon says, last night was one of my favorite band's concerts. Ooh, what's the band? What's the band? Chris Redfield says, FiveJay, do you buy games that have microtransactions or loot boxes in them? Yeah, I do. I don't always like to get the loot boxes, but, you know, if I'm putting a lot of time into a game, and usually the loot box type games end up being free games, you know, they're usually not paid games. Sometimes they are, and that's extra ripoff, but usually they're free. And most of the time I don't buy loot boxes. Like, I play Fire Emblem Heroes very rarely, and I have never once paid for the orbs to get heroes. And part of that is probably that they give you so many free ones that I don't feel a need to. But also, I don't really play it that much, so I don't feel a need to in that sense either, because I don't spend enough time with the game that I feel that it's worth the money. Okay, that wasn't ideal. But there are other games that I definitely have done loot boxes for, like Paladins, right? I've been playing a lot of Paladins in the stream. And I don't usually do the loot boxes, but it is paid cosmetics. Here and there, I maybe have bought one of the treasure chests, you know, loot box, by a different name. Boom! I think that we went to this level and we found a secret exit. So we've beaten this level before. But we didn't actually beat it, if that makes sense. We'll leave those Goombas. Hey, there's totally something there. Aha! I knew it. Oh, there's a lot of chats now. Give me a second here, folks. I guess I'll let the music play. I'm not worried about that timer so much. Simon says, I'm still full of hype from the concert. Sweet. That's great, man. I'm still waiting to hear what band it was. Two Steve's here. What's up, Two Steve? Welcome, dude. He says, sup, Jay. Sup. Spotcake says, is it legit 400 gigabytes 5J? Not one of those 4 megabyte ones that are scripted to read 400 gigabytes, but fakeness and lies. I mean, I haven't technically tested it out yet. I still have to transfer the 200 gigs from my previous card on there, because you know it's never like the full amount that it says, because it's they need some of the space for whatever. But anyways, I guess I can't tell you that for sure, but this was, I think, sold from Amazon, so the chances of it being a fake are low. So I guess I'll have an update once I've copied over the data onto the new one, and then I plug it into my Switch and see how much space is left on there. Splattercake says, can FiveJay try out this neat little game on Switch that was found called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Yeah, that is a neat little game. Yeah, a little lesser-known indie title, right? Well, I love that game. I know a lot of people are really excited about it being the 2-year anniversary of that game. It is odd to think that it's been 2 years since that game has come out. But it is so, so good. Whoa. Almost ran headlong into that guy. I think you have to, like, yeah, crouch to get in there. Oh, like I said, I've done this level before, clearly. Oh, sweet! Didn't see that coming. Boy, I'm gonna have 1,000 extra lives in this game, I tell ya. Before I go get that thing, I see other things. Whoa! And they're stacked high. It's a fun game. I wouldn't say this is a particularly difficult game, but it's a fun game. I think that's kind of how most of the Marios are. I mean, there's levels that are hard. Or at least challenging. I think this might be the secret exit, and I don't know if I want to take that, so we're going to leave that alone for now. Yeah, see, there's a star coin up there just waiting for me. Oh, wrong way. Wahoo! Okay, well, I don't see any other exits. This has got to be the way. He sounds like he's having so much fun. Oh, I see. The secret exit is up off to the left there. So we'll go this way. It was up a little higher. Well, that was... Wow, I wasn't even running. I don't understand. I was holding the button to run. Weird. Wow, there's seriously just an absolute boatload of chats here. I gotta scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Okay. Chris Redfield says, why do people hate loot boxes so much, especially cosmetics? Because one thing, you never know what you're gonna get. I kind of like being able to just buy the skins that I want. Like on Paladins, you can often buy these bundles and you'll get the skin that you expect. But then there's some skins that are locked inside these loot boxes, and I don't want to spend, you know, tens of dollars, maybe $100+ trying to get the one skin that I want from out of there. So I get that. I get it, but it is kind of fun sometimes if you don't really care what you get, you know, and you're just like, hey, anything new is fun. And also the feeling of getting the one thing you want is cool, especially if you don't have any problems spending the money. But if you do, and you don't know what you're going to get, then yeah, it's annoying. Simon says, as far as I know, the biggest microSD card on the market is 256. It's not. It's definitely not. In fact, I don't remember if it's SanDisk or Toshiba or who it was, but they're actually now in the process of bringing to market a 1 terabyte micro SD card. 1 terabyte. Isn't that crazy? Two Steve says, where's Smash Bros at? Like I was telling people earlier, my Switch is down right now because I'm working on transferring a lot of data between memory cards. Zach says, I meant Desert. Sadly, it cost $12. It's worth it, but I don't think there is a demo. Probably not going to check it out at the moment. Sorry, dude. $12 could probably get me a cool used game that I know that I wanted to play, is on my wish list, that kind of thing. Ragnafighter's back. What's up, Ragnafighter? Welcome, welcome. Gonna skip a couple of these chats. Super Adam 10's here. What's up, Super Adam? Welcome to the stream again. How's it going? Chris Redfield's talking about the Momo thing. I've heard of it. It's just a weird little scam, really. It's really not anything that people are actually following. They just, I don't know. It's more like a meme than anything, I guess. Splattercake says, I just got a legit copy as a month early birthday present. Nice. A legit Switch copy of what? I don't see the game listed that you're talking about. Breath of the Wild, maybe? Man's here. What's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. There's so many chats. Ah! Luigi asks Breath of the Wild was his first Switch game. Yeah, man, me too. Me too. So many chats. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta, like, continue to play this game. I'm gonna have to skip some chats because I'm gonna spend the whole time just reading the chats and not playing anything at all. We got through one level now. Woo! These are just the little, like, prize boxes, aren't they? Oh, this looks like a real level. Cool. The spinny block levels. I like these levels. They're always easier when you have the Tanuki suit or the raccoon suit. But, raccoon. That's right. I said raccoon, not raccoon. It's kind of an American thing. With some parts. Oh, they gave me the Tanuki suit. Well, actually, so this is weird. It is the Tanuki suit, but it isn't. Because it's like the full creature, but you don't have the bandana, which gives you the ability to turn into the stone statue, which is what made the Tanuki suit in Super Mario 3, where it came from. Nice! Did it just take me backwards? Or, sorry, forwards, really. But I want to go backwards. I want to know what I'm missing up here. Ah, nothing. It wouldn't let me climb the wall, so I did reach the maximum height possible on that wall. This is the one that makes a bunch of blocks. Don't think I really need that, but once again, there's nothing up there. I like to explore in this game. You want to find all those secrets, you gotta explore a little. I hear him. There he is. He often reveals a star coin, so you want to make sure that you find him. Nice, easy peasy to get that one, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty simple. Alright, the red coin challenge. Extra life? Maybe another Tanuki suit? Oh, extra life. And I didn't realize they were so close together. Straight up missed it. Oh well. I'm really not hurting for extra lives in this game. I'm already at 89. Like I said, not a difficult game, but an extremely fun game. Doesn't have to be difficult. If I want that, I'll go back and play more of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge from last night. That game, the bosses, very specifically, were quite difficult. The rest of the game, not really. But the bosses were tough. Apparently Melee Man broke a 3DS when he lost a Smash match. Dude, you gotta get your anger issues in check, dude. It's not good. It's a video game. You're supposed to have fun. If you're not having fun anymore, you should put it down and, like, come back later. It's not worth breaking very expensive electronics that are supposed to, you know, be there for a fun time. So, yeah. Careful. That's why I try not to get, you know, real salty in streams and stuff. The game's making you mad. Why are you playing it? Just stop at that point. And the man first had a 3DS XL, and then went to a new 3DS XL, and then a new 2DS XL. Nice. I haven't gotten a new 2DS XL. I don't know that I'm going to get one, though they've had some cool models. I wanted the one that had, like, the Hylian shield on it, and then there was a Pokeball one. Both of those are super cool looking. And they're cheaper. They don't cost as much as these, oh, darn, that stinks. They don't cost as much as the 3DS XLs, new 3DS XLs, but still, they're not free. Sad that I lost my Tanuki suit, though. Hello there. There's so many boos around here. Hey, you leave me alone, you mean man. That is not nice at all. He's so high-pitched now. Oh, that was all there was. I thought there was more and I had to come back and... Never mind. Oh, did you see that? There's some secret platforms back here. One's a fake pipe. Oh, but there's a real one below it. Nice. Now, this is a 3D challenge. And maybe you can see as I'm turning the 3D on and off that things are shifting a little bit. But you can tell very easily when the 3D is on that this is not the structure that you think it is. And there's your proof. But the question is, how am I actually going to get up there? I don't have the Tanuki suit. Oh, that was close. Extremely close. Come on. You can do it, man. Yeah! That would have been easier with the Tanuki suit, but we got it. So what does the other secret direction have? Nothing. We chose the correct one right away. Well, Ghost's worst enemy right here. Oh, cool! And he had a Tanuki suit. Bunch of extra lives just for killing some ghosts. I love it. Booze, excuse me. Whoa, once again, just loads and loads of chats. Wow. So many, so many. Chris Redfield says, do you prefer consoles or PC? Definitely consoles, but actually more specifically, I would say I prefer portables. So that's who I've always been. I've always lived my life with a console, a portable console in hand, so that's what I love. Steve says, Peter sues Mario? That might have happened once upon a time. Remember they made this, like, parody game years and years ago where Mario is, like, wearing the flapping bloody skin of a Tanuki? Like, very graphic, like, seriously, PETA, wow. Like, I think I've also seen them, oh yeah, that was also an old one, but they put it back out recently. This, like, Pokemon game where you're enslaving the Pokemon, and they're, like, chained, and they're beat up and bloodied, and it's like, man, once again, PETA has no chill. They seem to get themselves in a lot of bad press. But they probably figure any press is good press. Whoa! That was tricky. They almost had me. Almost. Well, who is this? Thank you for that. Any other secrets around here? No, I think we're good. Gotta read some more chats. There's so many. Chris Redfield says, a lot of PC gamers are toxic. They always brag about the frame rates. And you know what? In some ways, they're right to do so, because PC is basically a console like any other, but it's modular. You can swap out the components, and it's the most powerful platform. So it's great in a lot of ways, but I always like the portability of consoles, and I like the simplicity of consoles, and I like the controllers of consoles, you know? And I know, and you can plug in a controller to the PC games, but you're still then tethered to your PC. Still can't do this with it. Splattercake says, I bought a Mario-themed 3DS because a friend convinced me to get it. Then I started a GPU fund. Later that year, they announced Majora's Mask 3DS and the LE new 3DS XL Majora's Mask LE limited edition. Gotcha. Majora's Mask themed 3DS to boot. So, like any normal person, ripped my wallet, bought the new 3DS, a collector's edition of Majora's that came with a Skull Kid figure. Wow, that's cool. I didn't get that one. and Monster Hunter 4 all at the same time. And then I kept my first 3DS for a year and traded it for Mad Max, which I still regret. Mad Max is a great game, though. I love Mad Max, but yeah, I don't like trading out consoles or games for other games unless I legitimately hated it. If I'm just like bored of it, I know that eventually I'm gonna like miss it again. So now I know I don't sell games or systems that I like. There's so many chats. Thank you guys for being active, but I cannot read all these. Woo! Spotacake says FiveJay's channel is getting more popular than he can keep up with. You're gonna need to hire a reader for you. Well, that's the thing. Anytime you get to be, you know, even a modestly medium-sized streamer, you know, outside of the smallest of the small, you end up with more chats than you can read, and that's just life. That's just how it goes. So, you know, you gotta find some sort of solution. I'm hoping to find a way where somebody can help me like surface the chats that are directed at me versus the chats that are just like general comments or whatnot, you know, because I like to be able to interact with you guys, but I think it's more satisfying if I'm interacting by reading your questions directed towards me, you know, and the comments that you're actually directing towards me and not just, you know, making chit chat amongst yourselves. So hopefully at some point I'll be able to have some sort of system in place to make that more feasible. I want all the coins. I don't even know why. I just do. Did I already miss a star coin? No, we're good. We're totally good. Man, yeah, there is a lot of chats. It's hard to get Star Fox 64 3D, is it? Because they just released the new Nintendo Selects version of that game, so it should be, you know, just recently made by Nintendo on these new packages with the little red label, you know, Nintendo Selects for 20 bucks. So they should be pretty easy to get your hands on. Maybe if you're talking specifically about the original non-Nintendo Selects version. But the Nintendo Selects version should be pretty simple to get your hands on at this point. Well, that was tricky. Boomerang Bro. I assume that's his name. Whoa, look at all the extra time around here. You don't really need it, but I'll take it. N and Bloor is here on Twitch. Hey, how's it going? Says, who played White version 2? I think I did. I did not play Black and White, but I think I bought White 2. And I enjoyed it. There's still something that bugs me about the DS presentation of those Pokemon games, but like the game was still fun. The sprites were extremely animated, which was definitely unusual in the days of Pokemon sprites, you know, the 2D sprites. So that was cool. I think it was the 3D aspects that I didn't like about it as much. I thought the 2D aspects were really good, though. Monaco Dempsey is here, says hi. Hey, thank you for watching. Welcome to the channel here. Spotacake says, you could use a program that reads the chat for you, but that might get trolled by people trying to make it sing troll song or rickroll you. Exactly. No, I can't do that. And people come in, I'll have trolls, you know, here and there. It's not all the time. But here and there, we'll have trolls come in and they'll just try and say the worst things imaginable to see how quickly they can get kicked out. The answer, of course, is very quickly. And I wouldn't want some automatic thing just reading stuff at me all the time. I wouldn't be able to think about the game. I wouldn't be able to think about anything. I wouldn't have a chance to respond, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be chaos. So, nah, no, I don't think a thing automatically reading chats at me is a good solution for high volume. I love the airship levels. They can be tough. They're always fun. I knew it. I knew it. Getting extra lives. I gotta be at 99 here in a moment, right? I'm at 98 right now, so I'm really close. Getting that 99 mark where you can no longer get any more lives. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you max out at 99. So we'll be maxed out. Maybe not at the end of this level, but at the end of the next level for sure. I missed a star coin. That's too bad. Wait. Wait. Or did I? Oh, there it is. That's my 99th life. We are maxed out now. It wasn't a star coin, but we did max out our extra lives. So that's fun. It's not going to take long to fight this boss, so I'll read some chats for a moment. Monaco says, what do you think of the 3DS's future? Any games in 2020? I mean, maybe, but I don't think that they're going to be coming from Nintendo, honestly. And that's too bad, and that's also okay, because it's actually quite old. This system came out in 2011. I was still in college, and that's crazy that it's so long ago at this point, but that's, I mean, we're talking 8 years. It's an 8-year-old system. That is ancient. It's so old. I actually want to see them bring out a new 3DS, not... This is literally the new 3DS XL, right? No, I mean I want a sequel, a successor to the 3DS, because I think the 3D is something that adds a lot to a game that you just can't get anywhere else, you know, that stereoscopic effect. So I would love to see a successor to the 3DS. The problem is, what do you name it? They went from 3DS, or from DS to 3DS to 2DS to new 3DS to new 2DS. It's like, okay, what do you call the successor? 4DS? I mean, is it just going to sound like another 3DS, though? Yeah, I think that's the problem, is what do you call a successor to the 3DS and 2DS and new 3DS and new 2DS? Like, that's the tricky part, but I would love to see the continuation of the stereoscopic 3D portable. I think it's really, really awesome. It really does. When I was playing Metroid, Samus Returns, oh, the 3D adds so much to that game. Just nothing to the gameplay. It didn't affect the gameplay at all whatsoever, and it didn't matter. It still added so much to the game. Oh, you don't have the backflip in this game. Oh, there it is. Weird. Just didn't do it that first time. See, there's almost always an extra life in that area. So I just wanted to find it. Hey, dude, do your backflip, man. What is the deal? Weird, whatever. I got my extra life. I am actually at 100 lives, so I guess I'm not maxed out. Maybe 100 is the max. Maybe it goes on and on. I just got 101 for getting the top of the flagpole, so I guess it does not max out at 100. Ah, Zach says, Jay, the max you can go is 999, or 3 crowns. There you go. I guess it's going to be a while before I max it out, but there's no way I'm ever going to go through these lives. Never. Never, never, never. Simon says, I think having a mod-curated chat is a good idea. Yes, it is. That's the only way I see it really, you know, being engaging for people, at least as far as the chats go, in the future. And I think it's a solution that works for everybody, because if the mods are already people who are, you know, interacting with the chat, they can tell which ones are meant for me, so it makes a lot of sense for them to bring them out, and I'd want, like, a special, like, different place. Like on Twitch, there's a mods-only chat. I don't know if there's such a thing here on YouTube, but having like a mods-only chat, which I see, and that's what I'm reading, where the mods can come in and say, oh, hey, you know, Splatacake asked you this question, and this person asked you that question, you know. If that's the chat that I'm reading, then I think that's a great solution, and I really hope that I can get that to work out. I gotta figure out exactly how it's gonna work, but... that's what I foresee when the channel gets larger. Because I don't want to stop interacting with you guys. That's nonsense. Of course I want to interact with you guys forever. That's the fun of having the channel in the first place. I wouldn't be streaming all this time if I wasn't here chatting with you guys. You know? So, yeah. You guys make this fun for me as much as hopefully I make this fun for you. Speaking of which, let's see if we can read another chat here. Spadicake says, I thought the Switch was the successor. No, Nintendo has very specifically stated that the Switch is the successor to the Wii U, and that they consider it a home console first. That just happens to have portable abilities. So, this to them is their next home console. This is not their next portable. And that's the thing, though. They combine their portable and home console divisions. So the question is, are they planning to make more than one console at a time anymore? Or are they now a one-console company? I kind of hope that they're a two-console company forever. Seriously. Like, I don't mind having two different Nintendo portables. Like, I still love my 3DS. Like, this game is so much fun. So I don't mind having multiple Nintendo portables to tote around, because it just gives me more variety that I can take with me anywhere. The music sections are kind of fun. Ah, I was going to say this is a tilty one, right? Oh no, I got rid of all my Tanuki suits. Oh, that's too bad. I'll be able to drift through it on easy mode. Well, that wasn't so tough. May the man's taking off. See you, dude. Thanks for coming, man. Catch you next time. Hey, Maple Syrup's back. What's up, dude? He says, hola. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, he's got a Tanuki tail. Since when? I kind of like that this game has so many other creatures in the world with Tanuki tails. It's kind of fun. I'd like to see creatures in Mario games have even more upgrades. You know, if they can have a Tanuki tail, what else can they have? Really want to get that star coin. There we go. Woo. Come get me. Just want to beat them up. They're trying to prey on me. Take him out. That's right, you have minor camera control in this game, but for the most part, they've handled the camera in this game really, really well. Ah, the classic combat elevator sequence. You gotta survive the killer elevator that just drops enemies on you. And hazards. This guy. That's right. You better go away. Ooh, what have we here? Oh no, I got hit one time. Made no difference. Oh, rats! Ha ha ha! Thanks, Boomerang, you're the best! 2 for 1 on that one. Oh, big buddy. And a few extra coins. Always check behind you, because they like to hide stuff back there. Ah, there's so many chats. We have the God of Raichus here. Welcome, the God of Raichus. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the channels. Monaco's asking, do I use 3D? Yes, I very exclusively use 3D. I love the 3D aspects of the 3DS. It adds a lot to the game. It just adds an immersion level that other games just don't have. And console games for a while were doing the, oh, we do 3D thing, we do 3D stereoscopic graphics as well. Like, I remember the Batman Arkham games, at least one of them had stereoscopic 3D on PS3. I don't know if it was there on Xbox 360, but PS3, one of the Batman games, I remember that was one of their advertisement points. Oh, we have stereoscopic 3D. Because that was also a big thing on TVs, you know? After Avatar, the movie Avatar, like, suddenly stereoscopic 3D was everywhere all the time. So all the TVs had to have 3D, and all the video games were starting to put 3D in there. We had the 3DS. Like, it changed everything for a while. And now that's died off quite significantly. And that's too bad, because the stereoscopic effect really does add that extra level of immersion that hyper-realistic textures can never accomplish. It'll never accomplish the same thing. You gotta have both. And if I don't have both, then I'd much prefer the stereoscopic 3D effect of this game. And other absolutely incredible Nintendo games like this. Ah, wasn't enough. I risked it, and it was not worth it. Hey, I think this is the one that has a little Zelda level. There's like a little Zelda Easter egg in this one, I'm pretty sure. As long as you have a fire flower. And at the moment, obviously, I don't. Yes, this is it right here. But I need a fire flower. If you light all these on fire, I think it goes dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, wow. Not gonna get a fire flower that way there, FiveJay. Let's do this. Maybe this flag will... Nope. Definitely did not give me a fire flower. Rats. Well, I'll have to show you guys another time. Unless I can get a fire flower somewhere in here. One can hope. Yee-hoo! See, the way that he comes to and like really close to the camera, it's cool. But usually I actually like it better when it's the more horizontal effects of the 3D. Like I said with Metroid Samus Returns, it was incredible seeing the detail of the world that they made with the 3D turned on. There was so much depth behind you. It really made the whole thing pop. It was really, really cool. So that's what I like. It didn't change the gameplay at all, and it didn't need to. Oh, Dad. It's the way out. I don't want the way out. I want that. We'll have to come back to this level once we get a fire flower. Let's check some more chats again. Chels is here. What's up, Chels? Thanks for coming. Good to see you again. Simon says, just a little reminder for newcomers, there is a 20-second delay between chat and Jay in the stream. At least 20 seconds. That's true. So true. Chelsea says, yes, the good old Zelda secret. Yeah, it's not like super secret. But yeah, if you didn't have a fire flower, they don't seem to give you one right away. Or in this level, so you had to come prepared. But you see that, you know, and you see those lanterns like that, which is a very Zelda thing. And it just makes you curious, what happens if I light them? Because there were other parts of the game where it, like, led you to lighting the lanterns. So it's something you've already encountered in the game. So then for you to see that and go, but wait, I don't have a fire flower. It really piques your curiosity, like, what is that? I gotta check it out. Once again, horrible failure. What was that? That was so bad. Well. Woohoo! Got a Toad house coming up. Maybe there'll be a fire flower in there or something. Definitely have plenty of star coins for that. Almost double. Simon says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 also had 3D. The stereoscopic, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that cool? But I never had anyone with a 3D TV because they were stupid expensive. Right? Just dumb. And you had to wear the glasses, and that's why the 3DS was cool, because you didn't need any glasses. But you got to try it at a friend's house. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome, Simon. I do want to try some of that stuff out, and I love the Arkham series, so if I had a 3D TV, and I was able to play the Arkham games in stereoscopic 3D, oh man, that'd be sweet. Feels silly having to say stereoscopic every time, but like, it's confusing because 3D used to mean exactly what you're, you know, seeing all the time, which is just, you know, polygons, 3D models. You're not on a 2D plane anymore. So 3D used to be a big marketing thing for video games. Ooh, our game is in 3D. And now it's come back around where it's a big marketing thing again, or at least it had been 5 or more years ago. So you kind of have to say stereoscopic 3D or it's like not impressive sounding. Oh, this game is in 3D like every other game today? No, it's how do I make it sound cool? It's like, what makes virtual reality feel more immersive is the stereoscopic effect directly on your face. So it blocks everything else out, and then it immerses you with that stereoscopic 3D effect. That's cool. Oh, that's that fire flower we want. We are so going back. We gotta see that Zelda secret. Oh, what an idiot! Well, I died though, so at least I'll be able to come back and get that upgrade. I just don't know why I didn't even duck after the first time I was hit, but it's probably better this way. I mean, I have 105 lives. I'm not exactly worried I'm gonna run out. Oh no, I spent a life. Darn. So I don't need those coins down there. I don't even know why I wanted to go back down there in the first place. What's up here? Aha! It's one of them cloud levels. Yeah, ooh, indeed. I love these little levels here. They're just fun. Just run around zapping everybody with your star powers. Get a couple extra lives, get a star coin in the clouds. It's fun. He lands with a thud. Tell you what, actually. Let's do this. We can protect that fire flower. Yep, and that's why you do that. We got that fire flower safe down below. I lost a power-up I didn't care about. Maybe a star. No, we've got all the star coins. Huh, I wonder what I missed there. There's clearly some sort of secret there. Collectible or something. Once again, wow, like you cannot get any lower on that little totem pole. Wow. So bad. Ross Johnson's here. What's up, Ross? He says, you have 105 lives. Yeah, it's not tough. It's a lot of fun, but it's not tough. Thanks for watching, dude. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Simon says, at that time, I had to wear glasses, so glasses over glasses, not really good for me. Yeah, I hear ya. I have glasses as well, but I wear contacts all the time. I have an Oculus Go headset. It's like a cheap all-in-one virtual reality headset. It's not very powerful, but the ease of use and the social aspects of it are really, really cool. So I like it. It's actually big enough and comfortable enough that I can wear my glasses and wear that headset at the same time. Which which is crazy to me, but it totally works. I really don't feel uncomfortable at all doing it that way. Okay, now we can do the Zelda thing. 2, 3, 4. See? And that's really it. But it gets you the 3rd star coin that you can only get in here. Isn't that fun? Like, it's just the littlest Zelda nod. Classic light the lanterns puzzle. You hear the music. It's like, hey, we made this game too. Isn't that cool? Yes, Nintendo. It is cool. We don't really have to care about anything else in this level now. I do want to get credit for that last star coin. Whoa! Chill out there, rolling guy. There it is. Whenever I hear this song, even though it was in the original, in the manner that they've redone it, it still reminds me mostly of Super Mario 64. Okay. Do a better job this time. I mean, it was better, but you still weren't at the top. Tanuki suit for life. Simon says, I would compare the situation with sound audio. What situation? Not sure what you're talking about now. I've lost the context. Maple Syrup says, it's almost like you've played these kinds of games before. Yes, almost like I've been playing them my whole life, right? I love that they, like, brought back the Tanuki suit. Because Mario 3, where that suit originated from, I think that's still my favorite Mario game. 2D Mario game. Favorite 3D Mario game is 64. But, it's so good. Such a great game. And this is fun, and probably not as challenging as Super Mario 3 is. Especially not the final world. Oh my goodness. The final world in Mario 3 is so tough. Just punishing. And this game, I don't think there was anything that was really punishing. There were some more difficult levels, and I think this started the trend, depending on how you're going to define it, where after you beat the game, it unlocks like an extra hard level, like area of the game. I guess other games kind of do that too. You get like the Star World and Super Mario World. But it was like supposed to be really, really hard, and I guess I'm not remembering if those other worlds were supposed to be really, really hard. Oh yeah, and I forgot, you can play this whole game all the way through a second time. They've duplicated every single level and made it like a harder version of each level. And you can play it all through as Luigi. It's so crazy. Get out of here, mole man. Simon says 2D sprites is mono, 3D polygon models is stereo. Stereo 3D visuals is surround sound. Stereoscopic, you mean? I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah, there's different levels of immersive sound. I get you. Oh. Classic Mario whoops and hollers. Missing star coin. It's gotta be under here. Oh no, I have less than 200 seconds. Never mind. See, the game is never gonna be challenging. They give you the extra slot for like a spare power-up. Like, they don't want you to be frustrated with this game. They want you to enjoy every aspect of the game. And they do that so well. Oh. Oh, weird. I can just break it open. Woohoo! There we go. One of those is going to be correct. Somehow we missed the first star coin. It's weird. Usually I miss the middle one. If anything. Just checking around here just to make sure. What? Weird? Really? Can I backflip my way up there? Oh, this is weird. Can I run from the top of this thing? Yep. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's like really slow. There's like a defined moment when all of a sudden he starts running faster and he kind of goes, ah, and there's like a whiplash effect. And he starts making smoke on the ground. So it's not like the traditional Mario games. You're not like instantly running. That's why you're having trouble, why I'm having trouble getting to the top of these flags. I need the Tanuki suit. Otherwise, I cannot run fast enough to get up there. Guess I could try running in circles until the speed boost activates, but then it's pretty easy to fall off the edge at that point. Okay, sure. Why not? Then you gotta jump on Toad's head. It's obligatory. It's your way of saying thank you. Thanks, Toad. Splattercake says, how many hats does FiveJay exist? How many hats does FiveJay exist? Well, that's a nonsense question, but if you're asking how many I have, I don't know, half a dozen? It's not that many. Well, I guess, so I'm thinking like baseball hats that I wear for enjoyment or because I like them. Then there's hats, I suppose, that I wear because it's cold outside. And then I suppose there might be another half dozen of those. So I guess I have a dozen hats. Splattercake says, if you want challenging FiveJay, play Mario Maker. Players are ruthless. That's so true. That's so true. They make it incredibly hard, and it takes them hours just to get the game to the level to upload because they have to beat it themselves first. So yeah, we've seen people on YouTube do like 500 attempts before they beat a level. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Simon says, well, I skipped quadraphonic sounds since it never went popular. Well, it kind of did. But they went, well, gee, if we can do quadraphonic, why can't we do more? So it was just kind of like, yeah, quadraphonic sound, isn't it cool? And they were like, yeah, but let's do more. Oh, yeah, good idea. Let's do more. The Who's album, Quadrophenia, was designed for quadraphonic. And now I really, really want a quadraphonic tabletop or turntable setup with Quadrophenia playing in quadraphonic sound. I think it would be so, so, so cool. So cool. Zach says, I'm confused. When you throw a fireball in water, it just skips across and doesn't go out. Yeah, it's nonsense. It's total nonsense. You are correct 100% on that one. Splattercake says, so many players demand pixel perfection and coupled with glitches. Yeah. Yep, I've seen all sorts of videos, that kind of stuff. That's not interesting to me. Honestly, that's not good game design. It's challenging game design, but that is not something that any game company is going to do unless they only want it to appeal to a very, very, very small number of people. Because most people aren't looking for ridiculously frustrating gameplay experiences, right? They want to enjoy the game. They don't want to sit there and play one level all day long, trying to beat it one time. Most people don't want that. That's not fun for them. So that's poor game design. I mean, maybe there's brilliance in it, but it doesn't make it a fun game. I'm sure there's nothing more rewarding, though, than beating one of those levels, but it's not worth the frustration. It is absolutely not something I'm interested in at all. Now, there are challenging levels in Mario Maker that are fun. Like, there was one made after a Super Meat Boy. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that one. Super Meat Boy is a game challenging, but not frustratingly so. You're not going to spend all day on one level. Maybe it will take you a bunch of attempts, but it's not going to be all day. And some of those Mario Maker levels, literally, maybe even multiple days. Like I said, I've seen videos of dudes doing some of these levels on YouTube. 500 plus attempts. 500. That's insane. So, yeah, anyway. There's my 2 cents on that. Sure, we're gonna see Toad dropping off a star coin here. Where you at, buddy? There he is. He's in a propeller hat. See what mischief he's gonna get into. It's like parachuting. I love it. That looks like so much fun. I want to do that. Now I want a Mario parachuting game. You know what that just reminds me of, though, is Pilotwings. Now I just want Pilotwings. I love Pilotwings. Did you guys ever play those games? So much fun. But I'm a flight simulator kind of guy. I like flight a lot. So, Pilotwings was the game for me, man. Started on Super Nintendo. You're flying little biplanes and hang gliders and parachuting, and then it's like, now it's rocket jetpacks, and now it's you're flying a helicopter in a combat mission, and you're like, wait, what? You gotta love the fusion of like, oh, it's serious simulation, and now it's nonsense. Like, that's fun to me. And the bonus levels were fun, too. You were just like a dude, like a normal guy with wings. Wait, why do you have wings? That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, yeah, we know. And you'd be bouncing on these trampolines trying to get to, like, a land in a certain spot to get the most points. This is so weird. Yeah, we know. Have fun. Enjoy the weird. And I did. I did. Oh, sweet. We're gonna do it. Yeah! This is actually a lot like the parachuting in Pilotwings, honestly. Falling through rings, that's what you do. Ooh. Sweet, that was cool. And Nintendo's designers, man, they just know what's fun. And I saw an article recently that they work less than 8 hours a day on average, the average Nintendo employee. And they make an average of $80,000 a year. So they're paid well, they're not overworked, again, on average. That's awesome. And they make just the most fun games. Respect for Nintendo. And when Nintendo was doing very poor financially one year, the CEO took a 50% cut in pay, and a lot of the other top-level executives took, I think it was like 20% cut or more. Maybe it was 25. Like, it was a lot. Most companies these days would never imagine doing something like that. I think Activision and Blizzard reported like their biggest losses in history, and yet their CEO was like making $300 million that year. It's like, what? Excuse me, you just led the company into a massive loss. You laid off like hundreds of people, and then you made $300 million? Dude, how much money do you need? You just had a terrible year. Why don't you take home $50 million? Take home $50 million. That'll keep you comfortable. Now you just gave back $250 million to the company that was failing terribly. Like, that's a stand-up thing to do. Let's see. Monaco says, is the interest of 3DS going down? Oh, dramatically. So when the Switch first came out, excuse me, despite having an extremely successful first year, when they reported financials, the 3DS was still, like, I can't remember the percentage, but it was by far and away the biggest moneymaker for Nintendo. Even though the Nintendo Switch had a spectacular first year, outsold the Wii U's entire lifespan in a single year, right? So the Switch was doing great. Still, far and away, by a massive margin, the 3DS was their biggest moneymaker. Now, this last year they reported their financials, the Switch was responsible for like 90% of their income. 90%. That is crazy. I want to say at the time, like, the 3DS was responsible for like 60 or 70%. So, a much larger margin the Switch is responsible for. Oh, you don't fall out? Okay, so this is like the 2D ones. The 3D ones, typically when you hit the fire, you bounce out. But in the 2D ones, if you hit fire, you're dead. So, you just gotta know what the rules are for the game. Now I know, and I'll be more careful. Anyway, so the Switch is now extremely, extremely successful, and the 3DS is dwindling to nothing. And, you know, part of that, for sure, is that Nintendo hasn't been putting out any games for 3DS. Very, very few games. So, maybe it would continue to be popular if they had been putting out just as many games this last year as years previous, but they haven't been. So, it's not as successful. I forget, can I get up there? I don't seem to be able to slide on this wall, so... Usually, if you can do the sliding on the wall, then you can use the Tanuki suit to get up higher with his little, like, tail flapping business. You usually get to places where you normally wouldn't be able to. There we go. Again, we'll see if Toad's got something special for us here. Goal. There's a couple of Toads, but it's not the red Toad. Where's the red Toad? He must be captured or something. Guess he doesn't unlock anything for us this time. That's okay. Someone says quadraphonic is kind of hard to pull off. I imagine, because that's just a vinyl only thing, right? And yeah, packing in all that technology into a needle and making it, yeah, I can imagine. Spatacake says, will FiveJay play Mario Maker 2? Yes, I will. And make playable levels for casuals. I don't know how interested I am in making levels. I am very interested in playing levels, so... At the very least, I'm very open to playing fan-made levels. I don't know if I'll be making a lot of levels for the fans. Maybe. I made a few in the first one, but it was not much. It wasn't many. They were usually around a theme of some sort. There we go. I just wanted the Tanuki suit for that. Make sure we got that star coin. And we're moving on. Oh, that's right. This is actually where the fight with Bowser starts. This is a very good-looking game, by the way. I know the Switch's wow. The 3DS's resolution is low, so like it will not upscale well. So what it's stretched to on YouTube doesn't look great. On the handheld itself, it looks excellent. Oops, I think I fell in some fire there. My bad. Zach says, just to let you know, if you hold down RB and do the spin thing, you go a lot faster. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you do this thing. You have to, I think, hold forward as well. But yeah, you can do that a bunch of times, and it is a lot faster. You're right. Oh, I still have to get this guy. Sorry, here, just one moment. Oh, of course. Of course he could hit me from there. Just want to give you guys some music for a moment. Okay. Where am I? What am I doing? What are my lines? Ah, there's a lot of chats all of a sudden. Spadakik says, FiveJay, banana from space, also hot dogs. Is this a meme or something? Zach says, I feel bad for Mario because when you unlock a level with the coins, the level just pelts the coins back at Mario in the back of the neck. Ouch! Well, true story though. Hit him right in the noggin. Let's see. There might maybe be an upgrade in one of these. Whoa! Deny a mistake. No upgrades to help me this time. It's just me and the Bows Man. That was close. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I have to... Audio setup's a little different this time, so... The 3DS stuff, so I gotta... Ugh! Hey! Not cool, man. That's right, pal. You missed me. Simon says, first you need equipment that can play quadraphonic sound, and good luck hunting that stuff. Yeah, I imagine it's not going to be easy, but it would be fun, and it's something I would love to have someday. Maple Syrup says, I want to be a cheerleader, but I can't because I don't watch ads because I have Twitch Prime. RIP. You can buy cheers, but that's silly, and I wouldn't do that. So, that's okay. You don't have to be one of the cheerleaders if you don't want to. That's fine, dude. I just appreciate you watching the content. And hanging out with me. Historian's back. What's up, dude? It's been a while. How's it going, man? And Nate Menzel. Hey, what's up, guys? Historian says, hey, Jay. Hey, dude. Nate Menzel says, haven't seen this game in a while. Right? That's the thing. I've been hankering for this game. Because I played the living daylights out of this thing when it came out, you know, in 2011. But not a lot since I, like, pretty well 100%ed it. So... I loved it, wanted to come back to it. Zach says, use the raccoon suit to fight Bowser and float away from him. Turns out we didn't need it. But that is a way to do it for sure. Wow. You just had a nice little hummed song there. Really like your humming voice there, Mario. It's not enjoyable. I recall there's something on one of these like reef areas. Yeah, here we go. Classic go left when they want you to go right. And what's this back here? Why am I not dead? Oh, I see. Just a wrap around. Like, I haven't fallen off to my death yet? Hey, Cheep Cheeps! Coming right at the screen, that's fun. Hey. You watch it there, spiny Cheep Cheep. I don't know what his name is. Maybe it's expensive. I don't know. It's just as bad of a name. Come on. There's gotta be something up there. That looks beautiful. There's nothing up there. Besides some nice flowery looking trees. Yeah, Trying to hide it from me. How dare they? Monaco says they didn't make much new 3DS exclusive. They didn't, and that's what's so weird about it. Like, sometimes they do that sort of thing where they, like, make a system that has some exclusive stuff, and it's not a lot. Like the DSi. There was exclusive content for the DSi, and that was digital titles. They had a digital store for the DSi that was not available on the DS or DS Lite. So you could get these little games on there. But they weren't really big games, you know? They were all very small, like nothing crazy, like, oh no, I missed out on a DSi title. Like, you never really had to care that you missed out on some DSi content, because for the most part it wasn't particularly awesome. It was just kind of okay. And then when it comes to the new 3DS, yeah, there's just like a handful of games, and then the SNES Virtual Console, and that's it. That's it. So I would argue the more attractive piece is the SNES Virtual Console on the go, but we could be seeing that on the Switch, you know, sometime this year. I imagine it's coming. It has to be. I believe when they announced the Switch Online business, originally... Oh, what? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I have 122 lives. I do not care. When they announced the Switch Online stuff, I swear they had mentioned that they were adding online to games like Super Mario Kart, which obviously is a Super Nintendo game. So, pretty sure that's on its way. And honestly, I'm really excited for that, because Super Mario Kart is still an amazing game. It's a really good game. You just have to get used to the driving style. It is different, but you have to use what they call acceleration tapping, which was pretty common for games like F-Zero, but you also had to use it in Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart. And that's when you're going around the corner, you're literally taking your thumb off the accelerator and putting it back on again, but you can do it very quickly. So you don't really lose a lot of speed, but you lose just enough to take the corners well. So if you can do that acceleration tapping in Super Mario Kart, that unlocks the game for you. It makes it so much easier to play. And having online races, and it also had a battle mode, having an online battle mode of Super Mario Kart, oh man, that would be so cool. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I know it's coming someday. But until then, you can play Super Mario Kart on 3DS on the go. Spike floors. What evil invention is this? Well, I knew it was going to go away. I love the sound effects in these games. Zach says, classic music for the beach. Yes, yes indeed. There is a secret in the waterfall. Oh, is there really? Cool. I guess I missed it. I'm pretty sure I 100% of this game back in the day. So I'm sure that I got all the star coins, all the secret everythings. So I'm sure I saw it at one point, but it has been, you know, 8 years since I've done that. Maybe 7 years. So, yeah. I would not have remembered everything in this game. It really is a fantastic title, though. Well, you need the Tanuki suit there to break that, so that's too bad. Monaco says, why are they not promoting 3DS much? Only 2DS. Because that's the new hardware they've been making. It's the 3DS, but it's cheap. You know, they don't have to make 3D in it anymore. And they're using lower quality screens. So that's what they're making now actively, and that's what they're selling actively. Can I jump on this side of the wall? No. I've got an idea. Well, there's nothing up there, I don't think, after all. I thought maybe there was. But after getting a little more vertical, I could see that didn't really seem to be anything after all. Hey. I can get up there. No, I can. Hey. Just gotta not be terrible at it. Ah, the Tanuki suit. I need the Tanuki suit. I won't be able to do it without it. Actually, you know what? Sure can. Just had to be more inventive and use the wall. Okay. Just a coin. Lame. That's better. A little too quick on the draw on that one. There we go. Hey, and there's that Tanuki suit we wanted. Once again, we missed the middle one. I always seem to miss the middle one very specifically. I don't know what it is about the middle one that I tend to miss out. Monaco says the 3D was the main gimmick too. It was, but you know, it was something that they had to warn parents about because you shouldn't be using the 3D for kids under certain ages. So they also wanted to appeal to a younger audience because they've always appealed to a young audience. So if you couldn't like give a 3DS to a kid who's under like, I don't know if it was like 8 or something, well, that's too bad. I mean, it cuts out a big audience for Nintendo. You know, you could totally see a kid who's like 5 playing this game, you know, and this game doesn't really require 3D. I think it makes it easier, but it doesn't require it, because like I said, it's not that hard anyway. But that's a big audience for them, being able to sell to kids of all ages. So yeah, they definitely wanted to be able to do that. So the 2DS made sense for them. Plus, it was a lot cheaper. And Nintendo has also had a lot of success selling very cheap portable consoles. So that's another reason why I think that Nintendo is going to eventually make another cheap portable console. Because that's where they make big business. It's a whole market that nobody else even cares to try to capture. You know, most gaming market is, you know, high fidelity gaming. And Nintendo says, but it doesn't have to all be that way, because first of all, not everyone can even afford that. You know, not everyone can afford to have the latest GPU in their computer. Not everyone can afford to buy a PS4 Pro, or even a Switch. So having an option to be able to buy something like a Game Boy, which was cheap, or the 2DS, which is cheap, opens up a whole new market of people that normally wouldn't be able to afford video games. Or maybe their parents wouldn't like them playing PS4 because there's so many violent games, and when they look at the 3DS they go, oh, there's Kirby and there's Mario and there's all these fun and friendly characters. I'm okay with you playing this. Oh, still couldn't get over him. That's okay. Don't really need to. Wow, I missed 2 star coins in this one. Getting worse. It's in reverse order, is it? Oh! That's weird. Just teleports me. Cool. Check some chats here. We got VeggieTales19 on Twitch. Thank you for watching. Scroll up a little bit to get the chats here. Historian says, I'm doing fine. School's pretty much my life. Yeah, I'm so happy that's not my life anymore. School, you know, it's good for you and everything, but I'm so happy to be done forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Oh, Zach says I can roll to break that brick. Well, it's far too late for that now, but thank you for the tip. Like I said, it's been a long time and I forgot a lot about this game. VeggieTale says, used to have a 2DS, but I pawned it. I never got it back. Oh, you pawned it when you didn't decide to go back and get it back? Okay. Hey, I mean, that's fine as long as you're enjoying yourself, right? Splattercake says, would FiveJay buy a new Switch if they implemented 3D eye tracking in 1440p? You are way, way, way too optimistic there. There's no way they're going to put all of that into a Switch. That would be a $600 or $700 or $800 system. Seriously. Especially the 4K business, because 4K isn't just about outputting a video resolution. It's also about having high-resolution textures, which takes a lot of processing power. So now we're talking about, you know, like leading-edge, powerful chips in the Switch, which are very expensive. And we're talking about, you know, a really, really high-quality screen on the Switch. Again, very expensive to have it so small. So when you think about your phone, you're like, oh, but my phone is way more powerful than a Switch. Yeah, but do you know how much your phone costs? Without all like the subsidies and like contract things and stuff, like your retail price on your phone is probably $1,000. Do you want to pay $1,000 for a Nintendo Switch to have those features? I don't think you do. I think most people really struggle to save up $1,000 because it's a lot of money. So, as much as that would be awesome and absolutely I would buy that, like I would want to buy that, boy, it would be really tough saving up that kind of money. You know, I still haven't bought a PS4 Pro or a Xbox One X, even though I want them. Because $500 is a lot of money. The Switch was $300 and still is, you know, and that... What is that? That's 40% less money than a PS4 Pro? I mean, they've had sales here and there, and that's cool, but... Again, if you aren't prepared for the sale, chances are it's going to pass you by before you get a chance to take advantage of it. So, I'm not actively looking for a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, because in my mind, I don't want to spend that kind of money on them when I already have the original versions of those systems. So, there's no way I would be able to very easily justify spending $1,000 on a Switch. Let's see, some more chats here. Someone says, please be patient. Also, Jay gets carried away when talking about anything. When it's like a real conversation, it's true, though. It's true. Historian's gonna go do homework. See you, dude. Thanks for coming. Splattercake says, FiveJay, 1440p is 2K, not 4K. Oh, so only twice the resolution of 1080p. Gotcha. Now, that's still going to require a powerful leading-edge chipset. You know what I mean? Like, and a nice screen. Currently, the screen on the Switch is only 720p. And it's not the highest quality out there. Like, it's not an OLED screen, you know? So if you're, like, trying to go for that high-res market, then having a 720p, you know, low-quality, normal LED, not OLED kind of screen on a device that puts out 2K graphics is really a conflicting message for people, and I don't think that it's going to appeal to a lot of folks. Still, it'll still be expensive. We're still talking about increasing the power dramatically. Now, them implementing 3D onto Switch, honestly, I think that would be awesome. Again, they will still need to update the power a bit, though, because when you create stereoscopic 3D graphics, what you're actually doing is creating twice as many pictures. So you're creating 2 images, and you're having to overlap them at just the right way, and then the screen kind of does the magic where it looks a little bit different to each eye, so that in your brain it translates it into 3D, into stereoscopic 3D. So you need more power to be able to do any sort of stereoscopic 3D effects. So again, I don't know exactly what the next Switch is going to be. Experience says they are going to give us a new model. The question is whether or not it's going to be more powerful or have drastically new features. Uncertain. It could, or it could not. It might just have a more attractive form factor. Maybe they do give it a nicer screen, but it's smaller, you know? Like, I don't know. They could do so many different things with the Switch. It's just a question of what is Nintendo just crazy enough to actually do with it? Because for the most part, they've seemed to be playing it very safe with the Switch. I mean, they haven't been doing the crazy colors that they normally do. They haven't already introduced a new model, which is kind of weird. Usually within a year, they've announced some sort of new model for their systems, like 3DS especially. Like, man, the XL was out within a year, and so yeah, anyway. I have no idea what their approach is going to be for the Switch. They seem to be taking it a lot more conservatively. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad, but I know they're probably doing it for their investors. You know, after the flop that was the Wii U, and after all the doom and gloom people out there, like, oh, video games are dying. You know, they wanted to prove something. Like, no, they're not. We're going to do things differently this time. Well, I might have just messed up everything here, so I'm going to go back a ways and see if it'll reset anything. Hopefully it will, otherwise we're going to have to jump off an edge and reset it the old-fashioned way. But it had a star coin. I needed to get it. Yeah, I don't think it's resetting anything, so Geronimo. Monaco says, why aren't they selling 3DSs? I think they are. It's just they haven't made any new models in a long time, so chances are the stock of the 3DSs that are out there is probably running low compared to the 2DSs, which they've been introducing lots of new models of. So there's lots of inventory out there they want to offload, you know? You gotta make sure that the money they spent on those things is coming back to them. Okay, that time we did that in the correct order. Aw, fail. There might have been more secrets down there, but that's okay. I'll probably miss another star coin. No skin off my shoulder teeth. What's the phrase? No skin off my back. That's the one. Mix my metaphors too often. What are we at? 130 lives? Surprised it's not more. Oh, fun. I like wall jumping. That's one of my favorite things in Mario games, is the wall jumping segments. Ever since Super Mario 64, it's just been one of my favorite things. Like, it's not, oh, wow, how did I do that? That's sad. It's not always the easiest thing to do, at least in the older games. On Super Mario 64, sometimes it could be tough and frustrating to do what you wanted with the wall jumping, but it was still fun, making it work. That extra life back. Oh, no, we got a Tanuki suit. It's even better. I think I need that more right now than an extra life. Oh, boy. Okay. A little too ambitious there. My bad. And the man says, still live for a moment, but yeah, it is time. I do have to get going here, don't I? And the man says, I had Arby's yesterday. I had the curly fries, fried Oreo bites, and the fish sandwich. They have fried Oreo bites? That's awesome. That's the kind of stuff that they serve at the Minnesota State Fair. These deep-fried candy bars, including Oreos. And they're really, really good. Did not know that Arby's had them, too. Those curly fries are quite delicious, though. Gotta love Arby's curly fries. Arby's, we are a restaurant. Isn't that their phrase? That's pretty much it. Oh, wow. Once again, I almost made a fatal mistake somehow. Maybe I have to get it from above. This is the last one I need. Ah, it is from above. There's other fun stuff up there, too. I want to see. What's over here? Oh. Well, then what was the other way? This looks secret. It wasn't secret, and now I'm sad. Another man says, my dad told me that at Arby's, they only have the fish sandwich during February to April time. Oh, interesting. I do not like when I tell my dad, other family member, to tell them to remove the tartar sauce and lettuce from the fish sandwich at Arby's and McDonald's. I only like the buns and the fish on it. You're crazy, because fish is nasty. Except when it's deep fried and has tartar sauce. Then it's good. Nice. Well, thanks for coming, guys. I'm going to get going here, so thanks for watching. I'm going to be transferring the data on my Switch memory cards over to the big one. So it's going to be hours, so don't expect another stream immediately, but I do plan to do another one tonight. So keep your alerts on, and I'll hope to see you guys later today. Thanks for coming, guys. See ya.